Hello everyone, Santan2 and welcome to another mod overview, this time on ArchiSections, a mod that adds the ability for you to restrict rendering when in certain rooms, but still have it where if you have a ton of particles or tile entities such as furnaces, machines, chests and so on, and you're wanting them to still do things but you're not wanting it to ruin your experience of your FPS, you can obviously use this by just putting a room controller around your base. A room controller is simply redstone, glowstone, iron, and cobble. And if you had, say, a block update detector constantly going, or a crafting setup like a QED here, or if you had, say, a redstone setup, or you had a bunch of furnaces smelting, or certain machines going for ore processing, or whatever other sort of tasks they're doing, you'd obviously restrict what visually is happening. So if I also had even a bunch of other stuff like the generators or AE stuff there, if I just, as you can see, the beam there, or particles, if I walk into it, it'll restrict what I can see. So it reaches about there, as you can see, and it's a pretty small chunk. You can see my FPS is increased by a lot, whilst if I exit out of it, you can see that it's gone more back to normal. So, in terms of things actually loading that are usually in player view or within player's render distance, I don't know if you'll need a chunk loader when using this, due to, say, if only those furnaces were visible, and anything else, such as the redstone setup or the generators or AE system, whether or not any of that stuff would still generate or continue its tasks. I don't know if that would be the case and you would need chunk loaders, but at least from a visual standpoint or an FPS standpoint, certain things aren't in view, and the ones that are in view are most likely going to perform rather than the ones that aren't. It's pretty much just a good FPS reduction method to limit the chunk render distance. And if I also do that with here, and if you want to use the mod obviously to not have to do this with the render distance slider, you could still continue on. Say in this room, say I was doing only QED crafting, I could do that, and if I didn't want my redstone contraption or other stuff in there, I could just go into this area, it wouldn't bother me, and so on. If I want to go into this room, I can get the baked potatoes, go out, come back in, and it's fine. So they are a very small room, but again, if you want to reduce FPS, and want to use this later game where you have a ton of different machines, you can obviously use this and it'll be very handy for any redstone contraptions or otherwise end-game stuff. We have a lot going on in terms of tile entities, particles and so on. Other than that though, thanks so much for watching and goodbye.